Hello everyone, it's Nomad here. We've got all our new cards here today. It is Edge of Eternities. I hope you are as excited as I am because I am jumping up and down looking at all these new cards, ripping packs. Um, I said to you guys that Mono Black is getting a lot of good upgrades for its sacrifice archetype, so that's what I brought you today. This is a very aggressive sacrifice deck featuring a couple new cards, Umbral Caller Zealot specifically, and Time Color. This is a deck that's going to be putting tons of creatures in the graveyard and using Blood Artist, or not Blood Artist, pardon me, Vengeful Blood Witch and Sephiroth to drain our opponent out. So let's go take a look at the deck and get into it because I'm chomping at the bit. So we are running 12 one drop creatures. We've got uh, 4 copies of Forsaken Miner. So whenever we commit a crime, we may pay 1 mana and return it from the graveyard to the battlefield. Specifically, Sephiroth's ability targets players. The Blood Witch doesn't, it's each opponent. Oh no, it's target opponent actually. So just proccing these effects will allow us to get Forsaken Miner, and we also have 4 copies of Eaten Alive, which is another way to target our opponent. So we should be able to get Forsaken Miner back fairly quickly and efficiently. 4 copies of Infestation Sage is just, it's a really good one drop if you're sacrificing. Getting another 1/1 body is fantastic. It's like a buy one, get one free. Snarling Gorehound, we have lots of cheap creatures we're putting on the battlefield, so we might as well be surveilling with them because if we put cards like Forsaken Miner in our graveyard, um, or Timeline Color in our graveyard, we can always get them back. So we can use our graveyard as a second hand. In 2 drop slot, we have Case of the Sash Skeleton. I'm not super sold on this card, but I thought we'll give it a try because I haven't used it in a long time. Uh, So whenever it enters, we create a 2/1 black skeleton creature token with Suspect. So Suspect is it has menace but can't block. And to solve it, we control no skeletons, no suspected skeletons. And then if the case solves, we get to search our library for a card and put it into our hand, which is essentially a demonic tutor. So this will be a good way to get our Blood Witches and our Sephiroth Fabled Soldiers. Next is the big upgrade from Edge of Eternities, and this is Umbral Caller Zealot. Sacrifice another creature artifact, surveil one. Infinite sack outlet. We already had an infinite sack outlet in Bartolome, but he was black and white. He was Orzhov. And he also gained 1/1 counters, whereas this guy is surveilling, which is so much better. So much better because you're sacrificing stuff, you're typically doing stuff with your graveyard. Um, I think this card is going to be really good. I think you're going to see it a lot on Arena, and I'm really excited to play with it. Next, we got Blood Witch. Something dies, gain and drain one. Classic effect, super useful, and it will be the main way that we're damaging our opponent. And then we're coming into our other new card here, which is Timeline Color. So 2 black, haste, 2/2. You may cast this card from your graveyard using its warp ability. So its warp is pay 1 mana and pay 2 life. So after he dies, we can pay 1 mana and 2 life, and he will come back to the battlefield. We could also warp him in for 1 mana. So he's a recursive creature. He's going to be coming back constantly. Um, so he's easy to sacrifice him and get back. Uh, in the 3 drop slot here, we have Sephiroth, Fabled Soldier. So when he enters our attacks, we may sacrifice another creature. If you do, draw a card. And when another creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. And if this is the 4th time, we flip Sephiroth. Um, and when he flips, we get an emblem with the same effect, the same gain and drain effect that Sephiroth has, which is super good because if Sephiroth dies, we keep that. There's no way to remove an emblem. And I only ripped 1 copy of this card from the new pack, so I said we'll throw it in there because we all want to see the new cards, right? So this is Arch Enemy's Charm. This is a part of the meta set of charms. So there was, I believe, a blue one, and then there was a green one, the Arch Druid's Charm, and now there's the Arch Enemy's Charm. And they're all 3 color, 3 pips, and they have 3 modes on each of them. So let's give this a read here. Choose one, exile target creature or planeswalker. The next pip says, return 1 or 2 target creature and or planeswalker cards from your graveyard to your hand. And the final pip here says, put 2/1/1 counters on target creature you control. It gains lifelink until end of turn. Um, so this card is actually pretty good for us today. All these effects are useful. So yeah, I think this card will be pretty good. And then the other card I didn't talk about is Corrupted Conviction. This is just a good way to draw cards. Um, we're really low to the ground here today. We're running tons of 1 drops and 2 drops, so it's pretty easiest for us to just play our hand out once we get a few lands on the battlefield. So it's good to have some way to reload your hand. Yeah, but this is Mono Black Sacrifice. I am. We'll change our portrait here. I also threw this in the sideboard here because I did want to talk about these cards. Uh, Bloodghast is another creature that would probably go really well in this deck. Because whenever you make a landfall, he comes out of the battlefield, onto the battlefield from the graveyard. And that's kind of the name of today's sacrifice deck is Recursion. I played another sacrifice deck earlier that was all about putting creatures in the graveyard, featuring Avenger of the Fallen. But that's not what we're doing today. We're definitely going to make a deck with Avenger of the Fallen and Umbral Color Zealot and Timeline Color and stuff, and we'll see how that plays. Um, but today, our goal is not to fill our graveyard. Our goal is to use our graveyard to get creatures that we can get back. So it's a different strategy today. Uh, so we'll definitely do 2 different archetypes of a similar deck. Uh, but yeah, that's enough yabbing from me. Let's get into it. I'm really excited. Edge of Eternities standard, mono black sacrifice. Okay, we are in game here. This looks like a good opening hand. We got our 1 drops, we got 2 drops, we have 2 lands, we have a Corrupted Conviction. I think this is totally keepable. We will land Forsaken Miner and say go. So this deck does kind of play like an aggro deck, um, in a way. Like we're just constantly throwing threats down and attacking. We'll do Skeleton. Um, there's no reason to attack. I'd rather surveil it with the Zealot. I don't mind getting hit by Cecil because they lose the same amount of life that we do. So as long as he dies before I need him to. Okay. We will Umbral Color Zealot. We will swing with both creatures. He can't block it because it has Menace. And we're going to end turn. We're going to hold 1 mana for a Corrupted Conviction. Because he is showing a lot of black mana, so there is a chance that he will come after us. We're going to go no blacks. I don't want to lose our Zealot. I might block him next turn, though. See what he plays. He'll sack this and drop. There's Sephiroth. Alright, so one cool thing we can do is we can play Sephiroth. Kill Forsaken Miner. And it instantly procs Forsaken Miners. Which is great. We're going to do no attacks and end the turn. Unfortunately, Cecil is going to flip this turn unless we sacrifice Umbral Collar Zealot, which we might do. I should have played Sage, because I would be fine chump blocking with Sage, and now I've got to make a choice about who I chump block with, so maybe that wasn't right. Well, yeah, now we're making a really shitty choice, aren't we? That's not what I want to do. We'll put him in the bin, and we'll get him back later. We don't need another land. We'll pass the blockers. I think we will double block here. This is what our deck's all about, is our creatures dying, so... Ah, Mr. Kaido. I wasn't expecting that, actually. I didn't even consider it. Things are going to be more difficult now that we have Kaido. Luckily, Eaten Alive, if we do draw it, it does hit Planeswalkers. So, it's not that bad. We could tutor for Sephiroth. We could also tutor for Planeswalker removal. So, if we did play Blood Witch, maybe we'll set up. We'll do it like this. And we'll play the, yeah, we'll do it like this. I know I tapped out for Corrupted Conviction, because I probably should do that, like block with Infestation Sage, and then before the damage goes through, sacrifice it and draw cards. But as long as something survives this turn, I'll probably just I'll use the Stash Skeleton to get a kill spell, and we'll get rid of Kaido. We could also get rid of Slasher, but we can just keep kind of chump blocking Slasher. Kaido is just super annoying. He's gonna give them card advantage, and he's gonna keep. He's also just gonna keep getting bigger. That was a wise choice by them. Alright, we will block Kaido. We have the Blood Witch in play, so might as well. Okay. We will go look for a Eaten Alive. Unless I can find a better spell, and I don't think I can. I think Eaten Alive is the best spell we can pull here. I think so. Okay, we will play Forsaken Miner. We can play our whole hand. We'll hold Corrupted Conviction up for instant speed. We will sacrifice our... Actually, no, we'll swing first. Oh no, what am I doing? We're not gonna swing, because what if they... Oh no, they can't block it. They can't, because the rat token can't block. Awesome. Oh wait, does that mean they're just dead? Oh, they're just dead. No, I want to kill this. We sack this. Alright. We got him. Awesome. Okay, we are in game here. Looking at the hand here, no one drops, which kind of stings. We are pretty low to the ground deck, but we'll keep it. I'm usually pretty open to keeping stuff. Let's do it. I wanna try out this whole warp ability thing. Um, I'm usually pretty I'm trying to think of the word, lenient when it comes to keeping hands on decks I've just built or recently built, because I don't really know what is a good opening hand. I have an idea, of course, but I think the only way that you can figure it out is try. I don't know how many times I've built a deck and I realize, oh wait, that card's actually really good, or oh wait, this card actually doesn't make any sense in this deck. We'll keep that Sage on top. Okay, we will get our Blood Artist into play. I'm gonna keep calling Blood Artist. Just get used to it. We'll keep the land. And the beatdown is beginning. Solemn Simulacrum. I wonder what our opponent's playing. Okay, we are probably going to play Sephiroth this turn. So what we'll do is we'll swing first. And Gorehound can swing because he has Menace. And if they want to kill Forsaken Miner, that's fine. They want to draw their card. I want my Blood Witch effect. No. Oh, I accidentally did that. That's my bad, guys. We don't need another. I thought I was hitting pass. That's my mistake. Alright, we'll put Umbral Collar Zealot on the field then. I wonder if our opponent just has a sweeper. No, Beza's a good choice. Something I could have done is just sacrifice my whole board so when she came in, she didn't make tokens, but um like I want to sacrifice this, but at the same time, um I think it's just better to just keep swinging at them over and over again. We'll play this. Put this guy in the bin. We swing with you, we swing with you, we swing with you, we swing with you. If stuff dies, stuff dies. I do want to get the Sephiroth out there, but I made that mistake this turn of tapping land. And yeah, if stuff dies, I don't care. That's the whole point, is that it's good for me either way. He probably wants to block stuff that I can't get back. See, the Timeline Caller and the Forsaken Miner, I can get back. It's definitely not the choice I would have made. So we'll buy him. We don't need another. And we'll put another on the battlefield. I don't think we need another land. And the thing is too, is once we get enough creatures on the battlefield, we can just kill him, like right now. One, two, three, four. Oh no, I'm lying. We can't do that. Yeah, no, we can't. Well, Herald of Eternal Dawn sucks. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to kill the skeleton. We don't need another swap. And we're gonna have to stash skeleton for removal. Um, get this guy back. I'm definitely not piloting this deck correctly. Corrupted Conviction's pretty good. I'd take one of those. And we'll just say no attacks. Really all we're doing is just waiting to get rid of a Herald of Eternal Dawn, and then we're just gonna use Umbral Caller Zealot to sacrifice our whole board. Okay, well we'll do it now. We're actually just gonna draw through the deck. We're gonna put him on as negative of a life total as we can. And now we're gonna kill him. There's the alive. Yeah, so now that he goes up, alright, and now we just sacrifice. We'll kill Herald of Eternal Dawn, kill Umbral Caller Zealot, and that should win us the game. GG. Okay, we're in game here. I think this hand's pretty good. Gorehound's gonna let us rip through the deck and find what we need. Make sure we're hitting lands where we need it, and not hitting lands where we don't need them, I guess. Could also do this deck in some type of aristocrat shell. We'll do another Gorehound. We already have one Eden alive. I don't think we need two. I'd probably keep a land on top. Yeah, that's fine. Opponent is showing Esper colors. We're just gonna play him as normal. We'll throw you in the bin because we can just get you back. Umbral Caller Zealot, welcome. Wonder what the old opponent's up to here. Consult the star charts. This is a card we're also going to be playing with. I'm going to make a blue-white control deck with this card. I've been waiting since rotation last year for them to print some type of card like this for blue-white control, some type of instant speed draw spell that's actually good. All right, we'll. Oh, nice. But yeah, as you can see, this deck goes pretty fast. when it chooses to. And if we have the Blood Witch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we have lethal on board actually next turn if we play the Blood Witch, because we can just infinite sacrifice everything with Umbral Collar Zealot. Confounding Riddle. Alright. This does just look like pure control, so I think the chances that we get Day of Judgmented here are pretty high. Otherwise, they wouldn't stay in the game. They have the double white, so would I think that's the most likely thing that's going to happen here. That's okay. Yeah. Okay, they didn't get the Day of Judgment, and they realized that they're dead. Okay, we're in game here. Hand looks good. 2 minors, Corrupted Conviction, Gorehound. Of course, we'd like Sephiroth or Blood Witch in our hand, but we'll find them later. If you're wondering why we're just playing normal mode today, for whatever reason, ranked is down for today. I don't know if there's like maintenance going on or if they're doing this intentionally so people can just kind of play with the new cards and not have to worry about ranked. I don't know what's up there, but yeah, it wasn't available, so we're just playing norms, which is fine by me. I just like playing Magic for the sake of playing Magic. I don't actually really care about ranking. Personally, Magic's all about having fun, to me. They're holding up double blue, so I'm gonna play the minors. Skeleton's pretty good, actually. And we can't get it out of the graveyard, so we might as well keep it. We can kill it with Corrupted Conviction, we can proc Blood Artist, or Blood Artist, like there we go again. Blood Witch with it. Opponent is stocking up, showing blue and white. We'll stash Skeleton here. I'm afraid that I'm walking into a board wipe. Okay, we don't need another land. And if we are walking into a board wipe, I want to be able to Corrupted Conviction, and I don't want to lose my Blood Witch. I'd rather play the Blood Witch next turn and start rebuilding. Okay, it's an Enduring Innocence. And Enigma Jewel. So this... What is going on here? Okay, we get another land. So we're just going to play Blood Witch. Eaten Alive's good because we can exile the Innocents, so they can't keep drawing cards. And if you know anything about me, I hate giving my opponent card draw. Now, he might just block here with the minor, but that's fine. I think it's important that we get aggressive. We could sack the Forsaken Miner. Yeah, well, let's do that. So we're going to sacrifice the Forsaken Miner, because we can just get him back immediately. I really don't want that thing staying on the board. He might still Day of Judgment, but the Blood Witch is going to do a ton of damage to him if he so chooses. Okay. We will Eaten Alive. And we will swing. And remember, if the miners die, it doesn't matter because Blood Witch will just get him back. We're holding up mana. So block him, don't block him, I don't care. Oh, there's our Umbral Collar Zealot. Is that lethal? Okay, so we got to think about this. So we play Corrupted Conviction. No, because we can't get the miner back. It's freaking close though. Okay, so we would lose the miner. Zealot would come into play. No, we'd be one off, I think. So we'll do it at, we'll do Corrupted Conviction at instant speed here. Stock up. Our opponent's got to find what they're looking for here. They've played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards all game. What are you cooking up over there on that side of the board, sir? Sheltered by ghosts. Okay, whatever he takes, we're just going to sacrifice. He should take the Blood Witch, but we'll see. Ah, damn. I should have let him take it because we could have just eaten alive and got him back. Crap, that was not correct. But I mean, how could I have possibly known that eaten alive was under Zealot? There's no way I could have known. Um, I think that's just lethal. Unless he has a bounce spell. He doesn't. GG. Alright, we are in game here. Opening hand looks good. Always happy to have a Sephiroth. We have Skeleton and Color. We have no turn 1 play, so I'll just warp into Color for some damage. We gain lots of life typically, so we don't mind paying the 2 for Timeline Color. Alright, and there is Miss Tifa. I'll just go to Case and say go. We get Sephiroth next turn, and maybe I should have played. Ugh. Yeah, this is a deck that ours is not going to do very well against. We're gonna get rid of Hydra, I think. It's a tough choice. They're both terrifying. And we can exile Tifa next turn with Archenemy's Charm. She's gonna get big this turn, but she's not gonna kill us. She'll go to 4 power. And then if they hit land for a turn, she'll go to 8. Okay. Oh, she's gonna go to 16. Never mind. Casual 16. No blocks, because there's no point. Alright, we'll play that. We will go Infestation Sage. There's part of me that wants to do this at instant speed, so they waste. And there's another part of me that wants to not do that, because if they're holding protection, which these decks typically do, then I'm going to look like a fool and we lose. So we're going to just do it that way. And if they have another Tifa in hand or another Mossborn in hand, so be it. Okay, so if we play Sephiroth, we have no instant speed play. And we have nothing that's recursive, so we can just go Gorehound into Sephiroth, sack the Infestation Sage. We're not swinging this turn, more than likely, so we're just kind of on the gain and drain plan. Drain our opponent for 2. Surveil. That's not going to win us the game. No attacks. So I mean, we're really just praying that uh, we're really just praying that they don't have another Tifa or a Mossborn Hydra. Uh, this landfall deck is very scary. It is definitely hard for us to deal with without just hard removing because we can't jump block it due to the fact that they have a ton of trample. We'll swing with you. We'll swing with you. Might as well swing with you. Actually, we'll go like that. No, we'll swing with the flyer. They shouldn't have any flyers in their deck, I don't think. We'll sack you. Fine by me, man. Is he gonna use 2 Snakeskin Veils on that? By all means, man. So they did add the Snakeskin Veil, so I'm really glad I did kill Tifa at instant speed. Yeah, let's just go get another Sephiroth, right? Is that what we want, or do we want Umbral? What do we actually want? Um, this is hard for me. This is a hard one. We'll grab Sephiroth. I think he's probably the best card in the deck, right? Well, they either have it or they don't. And we can just play Timeline Color immediately. Why would he tap his elves like that? Okay. And we will double block with Sephiroth and stuff. 2 goes to 4. And then she'll go to 8. Yeah. Alright. And they don't have lethal, so that's GG. Okay, we are in game here. This opening hand's not bad. We get the Zealot and the Blood Witch in the same hand. Good old Duress. I didn't realize they reprinted this in Foundations. I thought it was going away. I mean, it makes sense. It's such a staple card in Black. It makes sense that they keep it around. I really thought they were gonna reprint like Go for the Throat and stuff. I feel like Black lost a lot of good removal spells this rotation. Who knows? Maybe we'll get more next set. Oh, so you're one of these decks. We're gonna do Eat Alive because typically discard decks don't run a lot of creatures. This is where I'd like to have my, Forsaken Miners and stuff in hand. It's fine by me. Why can we not cast that? Oh, because he's not. You only get to warp him once. I understand. Okay. Uh. Okay. Well, that's getting exiled. No swing because there's no reason not to. Oh, you're the worst. Okay, we'll discard color. Okay. Yeah, I'm not exactly the deck you want to be discarding. This thing doesn't pump, does it? No. We're gonna swing with everything. Whatever they got, they got. And we're gonna sack this because it's gonna die anyway. And there's a Sephiroth. That's a really good top deck for us. Momentum Breaker. Oh, I mean, we're just gonna sacrifice the time guy and color, man. Come on. Well, I really hope that they have. All right, and that's GG. All right, everyone. This has been our first video of Edge of Eternities standard. I'd just like to say we didn't lose a single game. I don't think our opponents were. I don't think they had some of the the best decks out there. I think we would have really struggled against some of the more meta decks. But I mean, you've seen the power of Zealot and Timeline Color. I actually, I coming into this, I was like, oh man, Umbral Colors. Oh, this card's crazy, and it is. It is crazy. It's a very powerful card. But I was really impressed by Timeline Color. Just its ability to constantly threat damage all the time, being able to play it on turn one and then play it again on turn two is actually a lot more useful than I thought it was going to be. It's great for sacrificing. I have nothing but good things to say about this card. The Archenemy's Charm, I also really liked. I'm not a big fan of 3 mana removal spells like Murder and stuff, right? There's better spells out there, but when it's as modal as this and there's so many choices, I think it's a good spell, especially at instant speed. Um, I think there's a lot. I think I'm going to be playing this card a lot, and of course Sephiroth, such a good card. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a like and a comment, subscribe. We're definitely going to be putting out at least a video today, and or pardon me, a Magic video every day, and maybe more here if we start getting good reception on the Magic videos. All right, I will see you in the next video, guys. Peace.